Well, it is really good to have a nice green day on a very difficult trading session. Monday, the 18th of May. Hey, fellow traders, it's Black Coffee Trader doing the update. And yeah, up about 1,400 across the funded accounts. We traded the end of day, the new Apex accounts, the ones that we did some damage to last week, and had a nice little day on those, up 130 basically. And then up about 240 on the Lucid accounts. So we are about 600 away from getting a payout on those accounts. So that is great. Love to see it. But yeah, man, what a day. The NASDAQ, very nasty price action here. Really the whole day. You had kind of a barcoding session here. We had another really long barcoding session here. A little liquidity grab, which really was kind of a fake. And we finally got a move end of day. It was tough. It was very tough. Glad I stayed away from that. And if you look at the big picture here on the daily chart, we are finally getting 2 consecutive red days on the daily chart for the first time since probably down here and right here, March the 30th, March the 27th and 30th. That's a Friday, Monday. That's been a little bit. We have just been on an absolute tear to the upside on these markets, but finally getting sort of a pullback over the last couple of days. So we'll see. Well, I shouldn't say sort of. It was a little bit of a pullback. The question is, will it continue to push higher, or are we going to get a deeper pullback? But anyway, that was NQ. Only trade I took was a mistake trade right here. That was a break-even trade on the Lucid accounts. I meant to trade a SIM account and just noticed it. It was out break-even, so no harm done. The morning started on the Dow Jones. I was looking for a break and retest above PDL, prior day low, trading back up into the previous day's range, which is something I don't like to do, but this setup was so good in that I took it right before market open, which is probably why it really ended up not working. But we had a beautiful hold, several wicks holding above prior day low on this continuation push higher. Took that entry there and got out with, I just killed the trade here after we started to break down. Didn't really like it after market open. NQ obviously was the culprit there. And then we did create a hold and a beautiful retest of this wick right here. This wick that you see, we retested that wick perfectly after I killed that first trade. So I got back in it here and rode that trade for a couple $100. It wasn't a big trade, but it was a nice little trade. Brought those accounts back into green, so that was pretty nice. And then the other trade, I mean, this is going to be a pretty short update because this was pretty simple. I think the other one was on ES. Yeah, here around midday. ES also very difficult price action, holding above prior day low, finally broke below it. I took the short entry, the first one, if I can find it here, right here. Took the first one right here on this rejection candle here. So we're rejecting really prior day low, but I was really looking for this rejection around the 74.10s. Rejected, tried to go lower, couldn't go, and this little squeeze back higher. I just killed that trade basically for break even. I think I was down like $30. Yeah, $30. And then it's hard to see. Maybe I can move this. Yeah. So right here you can see this wick. Let me just zoom in here for a bit. You can see this wick. I killed this trade on this squeeze higher on this candle, and we went all the way up and tested PDL perfectly. But on a big wick, on the pushback and on the next candle starting red, I took that entry short again and rode that for almost 300. I want to say 280. We'll look on TradeZella, but I think it was like a $280 trade. And that brought these accounts where they are now. Obviously, that first one was just a short little loss, and then the winning trade. So kind of ironic that both trades today on these accounts really ended up, or the trades were, tried the setup, didn't quite work, got back in again, and then it worked. So definitely need to be patient. That was the case here on ES, and it was also the case on the Dow Jones in the morning. Got in a little bit early, needed to be a little bit more patient, and the move actually kind of happened. We didn't get much continuation. I really was hoping we would get above prior day high and continue to run. That's what I was really, really hoping for, but it simply didn't happen. So anyway, good day though. Good day. Nice way to start the week, that is for sure. On TradeZella, let's go there. Here is today up 1371. really we're a 50% win rate, but that little accidental trade I had on the Lucid accounts skews this a little bit, makes it a 45% win rate. But 3 times the average loss, so average win to loss is a +3, which is great. Average win today was 253, average loss was 87 or 82, up almost 1,400, so another nice day, and we definitely broke that red streak, which is really, really good. And hopefully we can execute well the rest of the week and get our month back into green. And again, the bigger thing is just to get some payouts. Obviously, we have the legacy accounts. I've got one account there that's 800 in profit, so love to see that. I would like to get these rebuilt a little bit from the damage we did last week, but I'm not going to be too crazy. If we get some green, good. I want to trade some of these other accounts as well, and I'd love to get these Lucid accounts up to where I can withdraw some money and take a payout from those. So let's quickly just look at some of these trades. I want to just check. Yeah, that last trade was a $283 win, and you can kind of see the way this set up. Beautiful setup, and caught that move to the downside. And then that first one was right here. That was a $240 winning trade after the loss on trade 1. Again, setup was really good. We had this little bit of craziness at the market open, which is not surprising. There you can really see that wick in the pre-market, and then this wick retesting that beautifully, and that's really what was the cue for me to get back into this trade right here and take that for a win. So good execution there. Honestly, I'm really, really, really happy to be green today with as difficult as this market was. I was very patient, very careful, I should say. Maybe careful is a better word than patient, but I didn't overtrade. I didn't continue to chase trades. Just took my shots, made some money, and stayed away. So really happy with that. So we'll see where the market goes tomorrow. And again, just thank you guys. Appreciate you for hanging out. Don't forget the Apex sale is ending tomorrow night. So we've got about a little over a day left on that 90% off sale. I am personally going to buy a few more evals in case I happen to not do so well on these. I want to have a couple in reserve. Don't have any Apex evals right now anyway, so probably going to take advantage of that. I forgot to change this Lucid banner. Lucid is actually 50% off right now. I think it might be a limit of 2 accounts, but still 50% off everything, even their direct accounts. So definitely worth noting. And again, I just want to say thank you for those of you that use code BCT and support the channel. I appreciate that very much. And again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Hope you had a good day. Let me know how you did. It was a very difficult trading day, in my opinion, and it's crazy. Oftentimes, those kind of days, I tend to make some mistakes, but today we did okay, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, let me know how you did. Hopefully, you had a good day, and we'll get back at it tomorrow. Hopefully, we can keep this green little start to the week moving on. So, all right, take care. Till next time, so long.